Jeremy, you are part of a small group. You lead a small group for LGBT people of faith. Are LGBT folks that attend your group, are they all pretty much the same? You know, they have a same outlook on faith and what it's like to be LGBT, or is it a variety of folks?
I love that question right after what you asked Kim, because Kim, your answer is gonna like help me like answer this question, which is our small group is for what we call the full spectrum of people and sexuality, meaning there are people there who seek a same-sex marriage. There are also people who attend our small group who want to stay celibate and or change their sexual orientation. So it's the full gamut. And and I would say about that, it gets at what Kim said about fear, right? We must, I feel like as people of faith, we must never stigmatize anyone's fears because fears are born out
Mhm.
of unfamiliarity. Like, look, I have a fear of skydiving because I've never done it. Everyone who skydives is like, oh, it's fantastic, you should do it, but I'm not there yet, right? I have a fear of that. But in this space, we have stigmatized some fears. I mean, Kim, you pointed out people have a fear in rural America, where I'm from, that this could tear apart their churches, that it could influence their children. There are fears that are best just said um, that way and not judged,
Hmm.
because once they're not judged, and then also to your point, Kim, when the grandparent comes and says, "Well, I used to have that fear too, but then my grandson came out, and a lot of those fears melted away." The antidote to fear is truth and honesty. That when you share your fear, justified objectively or not, and no one judges you and they love you instead, that fear goes away for the most part. That is what love does. It's an antidote to fear. But unfortunately, like, we all have social media, or you just turn on the television and we keep hearing what's okay to say, what's not okay to say, and it's dizzying, and it creates more fear. And to the extent you had just this much fear on the issue, now it's all the way up here, and then we're just shut down. What the small group proves, we have people who of all political backgrounds, people who love Trump, who hate Trump. We have people who want to leave the lifestyle, who are married. And our only rule in the group is we have the benefit of staying together outweighs any differences that arise. And to the extent we have those moments where we're like, we call it the ouch rule, and it's never been invoked, but ouch, if someone says something that's so outlandish that it personally hurts someone, we have an ouch rule. But in 3 years, it's never been pulled, because even when I've heard things said that were definitely politically incorrect by today's weird standards, nobody took it the wrong way because we know their heart. Maybe the media would cancel you over some things that were said, but we don't cancel each other because we know where we're coming from and we love each other. And it just makes all this stuff melt away. Relationship makes it melt. Well, not all the way melt away, but it makes it manageable so that we can continue to allow the Holy Spirit to show up and grow. We don't hit these roadblocks, right? I feel like that's what we're kind of talking about, is all these roadblocks, language, fears, you know, just theology can be a roadblock. These are all just roadblocks that prevent relationship, and relationship is where all the healing comes. Um, and it's not a cop out. I always say that, like, relationship is never a cop out. It, you know, it that is just what my heart is for the small group, is like, just stay together, tough it out, um, and and we'll all be happier if we do. And it's proved to be true so far. We'll see.